Hashtag no music, no intro. Another episode of the Saints Block Party podcast coming at you. I am coming to you live from a hotel in New Jersey. Went to the Saints Giants game today in New Jersey at MetLife. The Saints won. And first, before I go into any of that, just shout out to all the people who support us and have been there for us and continue to. Um, Someone in the chat saying, I don't know, it's a Bucks fan, and Mark is like, "Who are you?" It's fine, Mark. It's fine. I don't even care.
Come on in, bro.
Yeah, it's fine. The view is fine. My biggest takeaway being at the game today is, and this is a question out. Hopefully we can ask Mickey Loomis or we can ask Jeff Ireland if we get those. Hopefully, God willing, we get those Senior Bowl credentials. Is how can this Saints team get to the level of that Packers and Lions team that game that we saw Thursday Night Football? How can this Saints team get to that level of the Rams and Bills game that we just saw that just ended right now that just ended just now?
Still going.
Because if you're not trying to, if there's no plan or I don't know what the plan is to become that, because right now there isn't a plan to become that. It feels so far away, and I hate starting I hate starting a podcast that was a win so negatively, but being at that game, bro, it's so far away, Ryan. It's so far away.
So far, bro. So far, and you saying it was a win just now reminded me it was a win. I kind of forgot. I had to think about it for a minute. Like, did we win? Because it just watching the game. I remember during the live, during the Zoom, I said, man, this remind me of the Panthers game a couple weeks ago. Because during that Panthers game, we were up, but it was like, damn, we could lose this game. It just didn't feel competitive. You know what I'm saying? You didn't feel like you felt like both teams were just trash, and that's what it felt like watching this game. It was like, man, these some sad ass teams, bro.
Sad, bro.
It's like whoever wins the slowest. I mean, whoever loses the slowest will win this game. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it ended up being the Giants because they couldn't, Breesy block that field goal. But it's some bad football, bro. Bad football.
And so we usually do a live stream. We might not be able to live stream because I am using hotel Wi-Fi. So we might just have to put this just as a regular podcast episode in audio video because it seems like the Wi-Fi is being hotel Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes. But if it keeps being like this, we'll
post a normal episode up. It'll be fine. But
because they're not able. I don't think they're able to see or hear us right now. But that aside, so the Saints had two drives that led in touchdowns. The big storyline from this game, the Derek Carr injury, right? Derek Carr channels his inner. I don't even know. I don't even know who he thought he was, bro.
Dan O'Horsky. I don't know.
I don't know who he thought he was. Goes up in the air, injures his left throwing hand, and it's. I heard it was fractured. Ian Rappaport reports it was fractured. I heard the same thing. They're waiting on MRIs to confirm that, and it's one of those things where we've been asking to see the young quarterbacks to end the season, and sometimes, and this is not us wishing or hoping that Derek Carr got injured, but sometimes God works mysterious ways, bro. And there's a very strong possibility that pending on the MRI, and depending on what the results on is, that he might have to go on IR. And if he goes on IR, then he's not coming back for the rest of the season.
Right. Yeah, and honestly, regardless, they need to go with the young guns. Regardless if the MRI come back and maybe he could play the final game of the season. Why? What purpose would be that? You know what I'm saying? There would be no purpose to that. Sit him down, let him get healthy, see what you got in the young guys. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's how many games we got left? 4?
5, maybe. There's
So
4. So it's
Washington,
Commanders, Packers, Vegas, Bucks. So maybe 4. Yeah.
All right. Shit, go 2-2. Go 2-2. I know they're gonna start with Hayner. Go ahead and start with Hayner. See how you do. Let's see how you do. See how you do against the Redskins. I mean the Cowboys. Sorry.
Whoa.
Whoa. Sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm in my 40s now. I grew up with the R word. So anyway, see what the young guns got, man. Look, Derek Carr. Whew, it was an up and down game. I remember like maybe 2 really good throws.
Yep.
A lot of questionable throws. I thought the O-line did, a pretty solid job today as far as pass protection.
They did.
Run blocking wasn't great at all.
Probably their worst. Probably but I felt like this game run blocking was the worst game they've had run blocking since the Eagles game. Like it was bad.
And Eric McCoy was in there. So
yeah.
And like the Giants' run defense is like 29th in the league or something like that. So
and Dexter Lawrence just went on IR. So like,
all right, no Dexter Lawrence. I don't know, but that run blocking was horrible. Alvin Kamara couldn't get his 1K. That's all I wanted today, Adam. That's all I wanted for Christmas, bro. Get AK his 1K. That's all I wanted. Couldn't get that.
Nope. Didn't get to see it.
Didn't get to see it. Got Kendra Miller. He looked good on a couple runs.
He did.
One point he disappeared for like a quarter. We were like,
what is his can someone explain his usage to me like I'm a dummy? Can someone explain his usage to me?
All I know is I saw way more Jamal Williams than I wanted to see today. Way more. The first play of the game, a goddamn kickoff. I'm like, why is Jamal Williams returning a kickoff in the NFL?
I tweeted this. The Darren Rizzi thing's been like nice little rah-rah. I don't need that.
I was dying laughing at that tweet. Like, yeah, I'm good on it.
I'm good, bro. I'm good. I don't.
What made you say that? Like, what made you...
It was the fake punt, and and the reason why is that to me. It was a very clear indication of not knowing situational football and not knowing who you were playing. Like you were playing the New York Giants and you're trying to fake field goal at midfield that you don't get. I don't know. It was something about I was like, I'm okay. And I didn't even see the whole entire altercation that happened on the sideline. It was just the decision making behind it, and I was like, why are you doing a fake punt against the New York Giants at midfield?
Midfield, bro.
Punt the ball and pin them back in their 5, in their 10, and it's against Drew Lock.
I can't remember, but it might have got them the only 3 points until like later in the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
It just so I'm like cool. He's a good meme. I'm not okay with him messing up the draft position because that's what he's gonna mess up the draft position a couple more times this season, maybe probably one more time this season against the Raiders, but maybe. But that said, I need someone else in the building. I need the entire coaching staff. I wish I could just keep the O-line staff intact, but I need the entire coaching staff. I need to cleanse, and I need something new. I need something new, Ryan.
Yeah. Even watching Kubiak today, I'm like, man, Taysom Hill really.
A 34-year-old player is the holding the whole entire office together, Ryan. A third.
The whole thing together, bro.
He's a
Because
genius
there's
piece.
nothing. There's nothing else besides AK. The pitch on what it was 3rd and 1, the pitch to Kendra is like,
Kendra. And what's funny was when the Giants scored, I tweeted, I said, these niggas about to go 3 and out, huh? Sure enough.
and that was when Derek Carr got injured. On a second, it was like 2nd and 9 or something like that. I'm like, why did he know it was 2nd down? Like, bro, you didn't have to dive.
No,
he acted like it was 2nd down. Like it was 2nd down because you had 3rd and 1 after that, after his dive, but he didn't even get the first down.
No, he didn't.
Everybody in the Zoom. Everybody in the Zoom was like, man, I could hear Adam screaming from here, bro.
All that for a drop of blood.
like this team here, man. I don't know what the.
It was.
I don't know.
It was just. I don't know, man. It was just a juxtaposition watching. And here's the crazy thing that I left this game. The Giants are a terrible team, like a dreadful team. The Saints looked just barely better, like barely better, and they had their full offensive line healthy and their starting quarterback and barely looked better, bro. Like that to me was super telling.
That was the most striking thing to me. I was like, wow, these teams are pretty even.
Right?
Like, this is a very even matchup, and the Giants sitting there with 2 wins, we sitting there with 4. And so it makes sense that they're even. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
if Daniel Jones was the quarterback of the Giants at this game, the Giants would have won this game.
Would have won the game, bro. Would have won that game, bro. No question. And look, I mean, that late push by, I think they started booing. Maybe you can tell me they just started booing Drew Lock.
Yeah,
and it seemed like he went off after that. Like, I was like, damn.
No, it was weird. So they put in
Danny DeVito
in for one play, and it did a run play off of it that went nowhere, and then put Drew Lock back in the game, and then the entire Met field started chanting, "We want cutlets," and we're booing Drew Lock. It was weird. Like it was one of those things. Like, well, why did you even do that if that's all you want to do with it? Like, if you're gonna put him in the game, put him in the game. And then after that, like Drew Lock kind of went into like a little zone, kind of got on like a little heater, blah blah, blah. And it really felt like I was like, man, I felt like that the game was going to end where the Giants were going to score a touchdown. Like it was feeling that way, and I was like. But one thing that has been on our radar, and we talked about it on the podcast, I'm over the Brian Brees slander. I'm over it. Over
it, man. He made plays all day. It wasn't just the final play, blocking the field goal. I mean, he was in the backfield. He was hitting the quarterback. He was batting passes at the line of scrimmage. I mean, he was a player today, bro. Like, he was a player, I must say, man. It was good to see. Like, because we was talking about on the Zoom, like, man, who are the young players we could be excited about, you know? And that's one right there, bro. Like, that's one right there. Yes. You get that man some good D-line coaching where he can understand leverage, playing with leverage and all that. He could be a star. Because that play to block that field goal, to jump, hurdle, the entire offensive and defensive line, land on his feet, and then extend his long arms way up.
Insane.
Man, come on, man. 300-something pound dude. Come on, man.
Could you do that? Could you do it?
Absolutely, bro. Boy, you sleep on me, boy.
See, I can't laugh the way I want to laugh because I'm in the hotel room, but what was crazy, first time in MetLife, and it was just interesting just seeing how quiet MetLife was and how empty it was.
Ooh.
Just a kind of a fall from grace, a storied NFL franchise, and I had, we had this Giants couple sitting right next to us that left like midway through the third, and I just kept saying it all game, bro. Like this is an ass off. Like I just kept saying this is an
Ass
ass
off,
off.
bro. Did you see the plane? They had a plane
I
flying
didn't.
over with the
I didn't. I did
fix
not.
this, please fix this franchise. I was like, man, that could be for both of these
My
teams.
God.
Like, wow,
Why not us?
like we could have put in on that, bro.
Cause split this 50-50. I did see doing this Lucia like
Oh,
I almost ran and jumped over that bitch.
like, bro, what are you doing, bro?
It just I just keep asking myself like that to me like I don't want to say like the wins and losses don't matter, but I mean they matter in terms of draft position, but
They hurt right
ultimately
now. They're hurting us. We picking what 11 right now,
yes, Mickey, you killing the
and it's
city.
killing us. And it's like none of these 2 and 3 win teams are winning.
None,
None
bro.
of
Let
them.
me let me see what it is right now. Yes, 11. We're picking 11th right now, bro.
But like I
Um,
figured, man, we'd be like a 6-win team at the end of the day. And we'll see. If Carr is out the rest of the season, we'll see with the young guys. Maybe guys start packing it in a little bit. So maybe they don't win the rest of the season. I don't know. But so maybe 5 wins is the bottom for us. But I mean, some of these other teams that's 2 and 3 wins, man. Come on, man. Can
come
you
on.
win something?
Let me go through them right now. Okay, Vegas and the Giants probably not. Jacksonville won one today. Tennessee, the Jets, Cleveland, Chicago, Cincinnati. Can Cincinnati beat the
Come on,
Cowboys on Monday?
please.
Can someone help us out? Can someone help us out? I'll say this though, and I tweeted this. This upcoming, the Senior Bowl is going to be so fascinating to me because you're going to have people in the building scouting players at the Senior Bowl who maybe whoever the new head coach is going to be is going to want to be part of the scouting department. Maybe not. Like we don't know. We don't know. And I think this Senior Bowl, this draft class, all that's going to happen this upcoming offseason is so crucial to the next building blocks of what's going to happen with this team. And we the interesting discussion in our Discord about the Mickey Loomis thing, right?
Yeah.
Because on one hand, you could say Mickey Loomis is doing his job as a GM by being hands off, and he was hands off during the Sean Payton, Drew Brees era because he was winning, bro. Like he didn't have to do much, and Sean Payton had a vision, and all he did was, he was given, Sean gave him basically Sean gave Mickey the grocery list to go buy, and Mickey went out and bought them, right?
Yeah.
But with Dennis Allen, that wasn't the case, and Dennis Allen was Mickey Loomis's choice as head coach, and that's why whoever this next head coach is going to be such a fascinating and also such a crucial hire, because I just want to know, is this person going to be another Mickey Loomis kind of puppet like Dennis Allen was, or is this going to be someone that has a backbone and has a vision and knows what they want to come in and build a culture and implement a culture and a cultural change? Because whatever Mickey Loomis would say, like the culture has to be rebuilt. Like the culture that was here is no longer here. It has to be rebuilt.
No question. And the thing is, somebody was saying this, but like Mickey Loomis, the thing about when you get older, you don't like change. You know what I'm saying? I
Nope.
see it now as I get older. Yeah, I like my little routine, man. Don't throw my little routine off. And once you get in like your 60s and all that, you just get less, adaptable to big changes in your life. That's just across the board for humans. So for Mickey, he kind of wants things to just go with the flow with how he likes it. He likes his office over here. He likes to be able to do this. with control of this. Everything's in his control. New guy coming in with a head of steam, with his own ego, with his own mind of how things work, with his own hires and this and that and the other, throws all that for a loop, you know. So Mickey has to embrace that, you know what I'm saying? And my thing is Gail needs to be the one to be like,
Yes.
look,
Yes.
just like he did the players at the end of the season last year, you either buy in or get out. Gail need to be like that with Loomis. Like,
Yep.
we getting a new coach in here. I'm gonna sit in on the interviews. Here are the things we need to look for: this leadership, the vision, the culture. Da 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 da. Here are the things we need to check off the list for the next coach we bring in. I'm gonna be in the interviews, and we're gonna hire this person together, and you gonna let this motherfucker do his thing, and you facilitate him. You know, you facilitate what he needs, whatever that is. You facilitate, and if he succeeds, he succeeds. If he fails, he fails. But you are not going to be the one micromanaging this team. Can't do it. Can't do it. He's not a football guy. You know, you got to let the football guys do it. And who that is, I don't know. I have no idea. You know, we talked about on the Discord, like, you know, how this franchise is viewed. Is the Saints viewed as like one of the worst organizations in the league? I know you heard that. You know, probably, and it's regardless of what that means. Like, I've lived through a much worse Saints franchise than it is now. I've lived through
Right.
terrible Saints teams, and people before me have lived through even worse. So those things can change, you know. Sean Payton came here after the city got nuked. Didn't know if the team was going to be here long term. Had a hole in the top of the Superdome. I mean, it was a dumpster fire with no team, no quarterback, nothing, and built the winner. So there is no, you know, automatic, like, oh, there's no hope, there's no thing, there's no
No.
way this thing could change. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's hope. Things can change really quickly, but you got to be open to it. Mickey was open to it when he hired Sean Payton. He was open to it. He has to have that same mindset
There
of
it
being
is.
open to bringing in somebody that's willing to take on the challenge and run with it. You know?
We shall see, man. It's going like that's why everything that happens, like to me, like these last four games, like, and don't get me wrong, like I enjoy football and I miss football when it's not on, but like to me, like these last four games is like filler because
Oh my God,
these January,
bro. Bro, go back and watch the Zoom, bro. We was sitting there talking about everything but the game. We was talking about so much shit. The game was just old. Like, it was just like we wasn't even worried about it. It's just at that point of the season, man. Like, because then it was just bad. Like, there was nothing even fun to watch in the game. That's the
no,
worst type. When it's just not even fun to watch. You know, like, yeah, you're losing, but if it's fun, it's like, okay. Like, you look at, you
right,
know, Jameis and the Browns or whatever. Like, yeah, they're still losing, but it's like some fun games or whatever.
right.
These ain't even fun, bro. Like, it's
No,
just
bro.
like, Jesus, just hurry. We thought we was going to overtime. I was like, oh my God, I can't do this. Like,
Bro, and we thought we was gonna overtime too, and being out in the cold, I was like, oh my god, oh lord. Um, that car interception, as soon as Adam Schefter hit that tweet, like we were in a, I think we were no, I was getting ready this morning. We were getting ready in the hotel room, and I saw that tweet about like how the Giants had only had one interception, but I was like, oh, I know,
yeah.
I know what's happening today. I know what's happening today. Watch this. It was
That thing hung up there, boy.
it's hung up there, bro. Um, so I I will say this. I think the easy thing is to assume that Jay Kaner is likely to going to be the one starting. I still think I still think the team is going to have a discussion about that.
Yeah.
I don't. I initially assumed it was going to be Jake, and I think there's still discussions to be have on that. It still may end up being him, but they may go back to, you know, to Rattler and see. And I, not to say that, but whether it be Jake, whether it be Hayner, seeing them, either one of them, behind the offensive line as it is now, compared to
Yeah.
how it was then, Now, yes, none of the starting wide receivers are playing, but seeing them now compared to how it was when we saw Rattler beforehand or Hayner, whoever it is, that gives you at least a bit better of fair evaluation.
Right. Absolutely. And that's what I want to see. I want to see Hayner or Rattler. I really want to see Rattler with a healthy offensive line and a good week to prepare. Because people forget, they played against Derek Carr got hurt against the Chiefs. Then they immediately had to. Yeah, it was a Monday night football. Monday
Yeah,
night.
it
Yeah, it was
was.
Monday night. Immediately had to get Spencer Rattler as the third stringer to play Sunday against the Bucks.
Bucks.
Tampa
Yeah.
Bay Bucks got ran out the building there. They had to play Thursday night against the Broncos, who loves the blitz and remember beat up O-line. Then they had to turn around and play the Chargers that next week. So it'd be nice to get him a good full week of preparation and go in there and see what he got, man. Give him 2 games, see what he looks like. See what he looks like.
And this is, man, that again, that Hayner sack, bruh.
Oh,
I don't. I don't know. I don't know. Like the play. I don't even know, bro. Like I'm done. I'm done with Clint. I'm just done.
I've been trying to find ways to keep Clint in my head, bro. I'm done. I'm out of it. I'm like, I like the run game. But even that, it's like hit or miss. It's like
It is. It's like a toss left, toss right, toss left, toss right.
toss left, toss right. Then you take Taysom out the equation, and it's gone pretty much. You know what I'm saying? But Kendrick looked good in spots. He got the touchdown today. I like how the offensive line pretty much pushed him in.
Right.
There was a couple of plays where it looked like he wasn't going to get anything, but he somehow.
Yep.
Such a frustrating player, bro. Like I just finish. Kendrick Miller finish this season healthy. Go into the offseason healthy. Go sit next to your bro, Alvin Kamara, and see what they do during the offseason and maintain their longevity and health and how they take care of it. Matter of fact, just go look at the YouTube of Alvin Kamara, what he does to take care of his body as an almost 30-year-old running back, and soak in some of that wisdom so you could go into the next season healthy and ready to go. Because you got talent, bro. Like, the talent is there. You have talent.
It's evident.
You just need to be available, man. Just be available. That should be his main focus. Finish out this season on a strong note and have a good, healthy offseason. And then we'll see. Because from the Saints' perspective, they should act like he's not even there.
Yes,
They should
absolutely
just act like he's not even playing. If he does, great. But I'm going to go into the offseason. I'm going to get a running back in the draft, maybe number 1, maybe even the first round. Go get Gentry or whatever. But I'm not dependent on Kendrick Miller at all. But from Kendrick's perspective, if he forces them to make a decision with him, that'd be on him,
Yeah, it absolutely would be. Yesterday was the first time, not the first time, but I know you watched some college football games, or you watched, well, not college football games, but you watched Oregon, Penn State with the win today. I don't know. You didn't watch Boise State yesterday, did you? Because they played yesterday. Okay. With the win today against the Giants, it's just like that Carter range, maybe even the Gentry range to me is going to be fascinating. Like where he goes is going to be fascinating. Like the teams that make the most sense are kind of the teams that we're lumped in with. So since he's picking at 10, we're picking right now at 11. Dallas is picking at 12. Cincy and Dallas play each other Monday Night Football. I would say Chicago makes sense at 9, but Chicago needs offensive line help more than they actually would need a running back. So I would probably say not them. And I would say that to me is the Gentry range. Anyone higher than that, I would say would be, just my opinion, way too high for Gentry. So who knows? He might be there in the range that the Saints are picking at 11. And it led to that whole debate, like on Twitter, that someone was like, they have other needs. There's a deep running back draft. You could draft one later. Blah 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 blah. Did you just watch the same New Orleans Saints team that I just watched in the cold on Sunday?
They need it all. They need it all.
Everything. How about you just draft a great player and just literally figure out the rest?
Yeah.
That's simple.
People get caught up a lot in looking at the draft slots, like the first,
Yes.
second, third round,
Yes.
instead of just looking at it holistically as here's our lottery tickets or whatever to get as many good players as possible. So your goal is just to leave the draft with a collection of potentially really good players.
Wow.
That's the whole goal. Whether they come in the first round, second round, third round, whatever. You just want that collection. And then, because once they're on the team, none of that matters. None of the draft pick stuff matters. Once they're on the team, it's all about how you perform. So, and I'm kind of two minds of it because, okay, you get a running back, but damn, I'm just looking at the defensive line. It's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And then you look at the offensive line. Offensive line is fine, but it could be better. So I get that portion of it. Like, would you want to pass up the trenches, which are premium spots? You know you can't get like a good pass rusher in the second or third round, most likely. But you can get a decent running back in the second or third round. So there's that kind of give and take. But to me, and I haven't watched Gentry enough. I have to watch more. But to me, like, if you think he's special, then you go get a special player, period. You know what I'm saying? And add a special player to your team.
I compare our dude Dante asked me for a Gentry comparison, and I thought for a while, and I just said he's a souped up Doug Martin. So like take Doug Martin, who played in the division, for the Tampa Bay Bucks, and just add the ability to just have home run speed.
Bro,
And,
I forgot all about Doug Martin. When you said that, I was like, Doug Martin, Jesus.
I know, right?
Forgot all about it. Forgot he existed.
Muscle hamster,
Forgot all
bro.
about it. Yep, muscle
Who,
hamster. Yep.
who wasn't? But I just feel like take him as a player, just how he played, and just add the ability to break a 60-yard touchdown, and that to me is very similar to Gentry in terms of how he plays. Just give me some juice, bro. I don't care, man. I don't care. I just watched this team for 3 hours in the cold score 14 points against the New York Giants. And people were saying, want to argue on Twitter with me about maybe not about drafting Gentry at 11. Like
you don't think the Giants miss Saquon Barkley? Shit.
Hello. I saw so many Giants fans walking into MetLife with Saquon jerseys on. Hello.
They never taking them off, bro. Come on now.
Anyhow, just another little thing on just maybe, and this is not a Saints point. This is just like I think all of us could take a thing about quarterbacks. I know, and I didn't see a lot of the game, and I know the Panthers only scored 16 points against the Eagles, but just the maturation that Bryce Young has had in one season. In one season. It looked like at one point it looked like he was gonna get traded from the Panthers. Like traded. Like they were gonna have to draft another quarterback in the NFL draft. And it started like a week before they played the Saints, and then he played a decent game he played okay against us, but he played well enough to beat the Saints, and then that led to DA getting fired. And he's stacked together good performances. Anthony Richardson got benched, came back, playing better. Quarterbacking is one of the hardest jobs to have in the world, on the planet.
Hard, bro. Oh my God.
It's hard.
So hard. People was in my mentions earlier this week, talk about Spencer Rattler. Like, man, we were all hyped about him and he's trash. Like, damn. It's like, I can't say that. You can't say that about any rookie quarterback, with 3 starts or 2 starts or 5 starts. It's just, you have to take everything into account and you have to watch him. And you got to let him grow, man. Like, you got to let him grow. Like, Bryce Young looked like one of the biggest busts since
Of all time,
Marcus
bro.
Russell.
Yes.
Like bad. And and he's turning around. Like I watched him today, man. He was making some nice throws. I'm like, wow, what was that? So you just, a lot of times you got to let these guys grow, and it's going. I can't wait till the Saints get a rookie quarterback because that roller coaster is going to be a trip. Just watching Saints fans roll with that roller coaster because it's not going to be smooth. I mean, look, even C.J. Stroud, who looked, just perfection last year, having his struggles this year. You know what I'm saying? He's a little skittish in the pocket. Just not as accurate. You know, does that mean he's over? No. Like he probably bounced back. He might bounce back this season. You just don't know. Like that's just the life of a growing young quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So, I think it's about time for the Saints to get into that life, man. Like, let's move on from this, dragging these mid veterans across the finish line, bro. Like, let's go get us a young buck and roll. Pause.
Please. The young buck might be in the building. We don't know.
Might be.
Because even in those 3 starts, the defense is Tampa Bay Bucks, Denver Broncos, Los Angeles Chargers. 2 of those 3 defenses are 2 of the best defenses in the entire NFL. Not only a rookie quarterback would struggle with a Pro Bowl All Pro quarterback struggles with and have struggled with this season.
Yeah.
But when you put context in the thing, it muddies people.
Well, why you don't put context in it with Derek Carr? It's like, God damn it, you could put all the context you want in with Derek Carr. You could contextualize the shit out of Derek Carr. It is what it is.
Just watch this man in the cold put up 14 points on a goddamn Maribon New York Giants team, bro. Like,
as soon as we put the game on today, bro, the first thing you see, they put up a little splash, 6 touchdowns, 0 interception. Derek Carr is quietly having a really good season. It's like, that's the biggest scam artist I've ever seen in my life. That boy be scamming, bro. God damn.
People don't watch the games, bro. That's exactly what it is, bro.
Man. They don't watch.
Anyway, we appreciate y'all. Sorry we weren't able to do a live stream. Again, hotel Wi-Fi, it is what it is. But this will be up. By this point, you're probably already watching this on Patreon. So the goal is to have this up tonight, audio and video on Patreon. And then tomorrow we'll have it up for everyone else. But we appreciate y'all. We'll love y'all. We'll be back should be back on Wednesday doing the preview pod for the Commanders game. We will do the live stream for that game. I'll be back at that point. But 4 more games left, man. You think they got one more win in them? They got one more win?
I don't know, bro. I don't know, because even the Raiders, man, they still play feisty.
They do.
And man, the Commanders and the Packers, like doing something dirty, bro. Doing something dirty.
On Monday, that Packers game on Monday Night Football too, bro.
Oh,
Lord. Ooh, about to wiggle in it, bro.
Wiggling in it, So I don't know, man. I don't know. I think the 5 wins might be it, but they probably get one more win. They probably squeeze one more win out of it. But I don't know. It's gonna be interesting though.
We shall see. Well, we will be here until the rest of the end of the season, and then we'll be back even when the off season comes. But we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We'll be back on Wednesday to do the Commanders and Saints preview pod. We'll be back, and with that, we're out.
Peace.